always have to remember those lessons we were taught as children. But when we become adults, we tend to forget those. But we were taught those for a reason. Symbolize when you're down. You're supposed to be down. Be as down there as long as you need to be. But when it's time to rise, wipe your tears, dust yourself off, get back on your feet. Because once you feel motivation or you remember that person, they will want you to do as you were doing, to do great in their memory. Or when the soul is recharged or motivated again, that spark finally. So with that, y'all, just a question I wanted to perceive, y'all. I hope someday I get to hear y'all opinions on the matter. But y'all be good. Can I get a yay, yay? Yeah.
How's that? Better? Worse? Let me know. How's that better? Yeah, let me know. Been a while. Everything's all dusty. Everything's all weird. Alright, let's get into it. First off, Happy New Year's, everybody. What's going on, Loom? I'm glad you had an amazing year last year, man. That means you gotta do better this year. The grind don't stop. How you doing, Mr. A? Hello, Bobanji. I'm glad you had fun yesterday. First off, can you guys hear that little lo-fi music in the background? Please confirm if you guys can. I can see in the little audio mixer that it's playing, but I won't know till I know. Second, I no longer have to do 2 streams for vertical or, regular. Lo-fi's a bit loud. I'll turn it down, thank you. That's just a little tiny bit. I also haven't unpacked my headphones. They're still in the they're still attached to my sneaker bag from the last vacation I went to. And I'm too lazy. We had a good 15. 15 should be good. I could stop being lazy and just pull out the thing off on my phone. Pull out, that's what she said. 15 should be good. That's good. Stop being lazy and just pull out the thing off. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Bam, my boy. Can't miss the baby boy Gary and the YouTube fam, of course, man. Happy New Year's to you. To the baby moms, to the little baby, little Bamo. Okay. I had this whole thing planned, right? I was gonna make like an edited video of a wrap up with clips of like all the amazing things that happened last year. I had some stuff saved from like Borderlands. I had some stuff saved from like E33. Like I had so many clips, right? And then while I'm on the cruise, son. Was it while I was on the cruise? I think it was. I think while I was on the cruise last month. How long we been streaming? Can I curse already? 7 minutes. Fuck it. Some dickhead went on TikTok and said, listen, not everybody needs a wrap up. And that shit went viral. Now, what he meant to say was not every company needs to do a wrap up. That's what he meant. But what every content creator took out of that was that you guys, the audience, didn't want to see any wrap ups. So what ended up happening was people got self-conscious and decided we not doing wrap ups. After I done scripted the video, after I done had King Yermeshi make me like a little like what's to come this season, which I'll play it here. It will be the last thing that we play. Instead of the ending screen, it'll be that. So yeah, and then I waited. Like I was supposed, it was, if the video would have happened, it was supposed to release either yesterday or the day before yesterday. But I waited to see if any of the big content creators are gonna do a wrap up, and nobody did. So because of that one guy, everybody got self-conscious and didn't want to do wrap-ups. Then it's also a thing where like companies started doing their own little wrap-ups, and it's kind of like that thing where when like the adults start learning like slang. Like me, I'm old as hell. If I go ahead and say 6, 7, that's just gonna get on my niece's nerves. It was that for the wrap-ups. So no more wrap-up. Which is, it sucked because it was fun. There was a lot of great gaming moments that we had. It sucked that I couldn't watch the Game Awards with you guys because I was on a cruise, but I did buy the internet for that day, and I did tune in, and I was man excited to find out that Expedition 33 did win, because this marks that is the 3rd year on this channel that we play a game before it blows up, and I go ahead and I call it Game of the Year, and then it ends up being Game of the Year. Listen, son. I don't know if I'm just like a prophet. I don't know what to tell you guys, but listen, a win's a win. The wrap up is still valid now. Nobody's doing it. That's why I didn't do it. No one's doing it. The second all these companies started releasing an easy way to do a wrap up, it was a wrap up for the wrap up. Because that meant that like your auntie who's on Facebook could do a wrap up of all the posts she did. You get what I'm saying? Man, Coco has been shedding like crazy, son, and it's just like all over the place. But I was happy. It sucked that I missed, doing our annual like watch along and whatever. But listen, man, that whole week was just weird. Literally like a day or two before like we go on the cruise, my sister's birds pass away. It was just horrible. And it happened because it got so cold over here in the east side. And now that we were like cleaning the house for New Year's, we kind of like inspected her window. There's like a chip of like window missing in her window. So I I did a wrap up only on TikTok and IG. Yeah. But you saw, right? Like it just sucks because the wrap ups were cool, especially since technically what would have been, because I had it halfway edited. I just once I saw that TikTok, I was like, hold up, let me wait up on this before I waste brain power. This is what happened, right? Technically, and what I would have included in the wrap up would have been our Marvel Rivals video, because if you guys remember, that Marvel Rivals video didn't come out until last year January. So because it didn't come out since last year January, technically it would have been on the wrap up, which would have been great because a lot of you guys, especially in the chat, was part of my team. But it is what it is. Another reason why I have been a little MIA, aside from how crazy my work schedule has been, is that copyright we got from Bandai. Because I was cursing everybody out over here on YouTube, they decided to put like a little stoppage on my outreach. It was one of those, there's certain different types of copyright. Sometimes you get a copyright, we've done it every time we do a hood early release, and we good the next day. This was one of those copyrights where it was like I wasn't even getting pushed to you guys. You guys weren't getting notified. So I was like, you know what? Fine. But I think the copyright ends in a couple of days. Once that ends, then we'll continue. I will need like an extra like week or two. One, I'm building a PC. It's like all here. So like the parts and stuff are like right here. I'm gonna set up a dual stream setup where my laptop, which is everything, it's how I met you guys, that will just handle streaming and editing, and the gaming PC will handle everything gaming. So I'm missing, to build the PC, I'm missing 3 more parts. You know, you guys have heard about the ramming that has been going on with the prices of RAM. So I have it. It's like I said, rule of thumb is if I can afford it 2 times over, I can afford it. I'm not there yet. I'm missing what? I'm missing the GPU, which I have in my Amazon cart. I'm missing the RAM and probably like an SSD card, and then I could build it. And then everything else to like do the dual PC setup, that'll be roughly around like $200, which is fine. Those fargan bastards. Okay. Last year, so instead of doing a typical wrap up, what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna tell you everything that I love about last year. Off the top of my head, like I said, playing almost every game that got nominated for Game of the Year was just amazing. Just amazing. I think the only thing that and I'm gonna talk about it because this was also supposed to be its own separate video, but I'm not gonna lie, I've been lazy. I gotta get back into it because I'm not liking the way streaming has been. Not just for me, just in general. The second at the start of 2025 and the end of 2024, we started allowing influencers to get into the content creating space. This has stopped being fun because everything else around it ended up being fake. Then you add on the fact that last year, the big names, the big boys, got caught viewbotting. It made companies that would usually around Christmas time support small content creators like myself. It made them not trust anything because, like I said, if they were faking it, who's to tell what's real? Because at the end of the day, whether you're good at this or bad at this, at the end of the day, this is a numbers game. People are more likely to click on your stream if it has 100 people as opposed to 10, 20 people. That's just how it is. So the recipe, the method was you fake your views. You fake it till you make it, basically. But then once a lot of people made it, they didn't stop faking it. So then I thought, my theory was that there was going to be like a downfall, and it was going to like, one, we were going to be in another ad Armageddon, which didn't happen for a while, which means that people weren't going to get paid as much as before because these people were faking it. But instead of that, they just doubled down and just kind of like gave him a slap on the wrist, and what that ended up doing is ended up fucking up small content creators. It's kind of like the reverse of what like the economy, the overall economy in America, where the middle class is non-existent. Well, now the small streamer space is non-existent at all. At all. Like, you need to jump quick to like that middle tier. Positive. Let's talk positive. All right, let's talk about what I did love. You know what? Let's take it back. Shout out my mods. Mr. Anonymous, Angie, Wicked, Leia. Shout out to every single one of you guys. Without you guys, this channel does not run. A lot of you guys don't know, Wicked, I'm from literally like a half course shot. He's the one who recommended I do Wu-Chan, which was the hoodily release that got us to 5K last season. So Wicked, man, like if it wasn't for you, your boy would be stuck. So Wicked, I don't know. I have a formula when it comes to hoodily releases, but somehow he was like, listen, it's a game with boobs. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll play it. Jeffy, my boy. Thanks for being a real homie. No, thank you for being a real homie. There might be a chance where if Jeffy agrees to it, he might be a new member of the mods. But I have to not only talk with Jeffy, I also have to talk to my other mods. Jeffy, if Jeffy agrees, Jeffy will be my guy who deletes spam and stuff from the chat. Mr. Anonymous, if there's if there's one person that shows love aside from my other mods, is Mr. Anonymous. Sometimes Mr. Anonymous sends me these, even the music you're listening to now, that little lo-fi, that's Mr. Anonymous. It's amazing, son. It's absolutely amazing how sometimes he'll just come up with something and send it in the Discord, and it's just perfect. One of my favorite parts of last year was Mr. Anonymous. He really guards his, and I'm gonna fuck up this word, but I'm gonna try, his anonymity. Oh, I said that shit right. Oh, look at 2026. I could still delete my comments. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But last year, I don't know if we were watching a movie. I don't know. At some point last year, Mr. Anonymous went ahead and he actually introduced himself. I won't say his name or whatever, but trusting us, just trusting us with that was just, it was such a heartwarming moment where it's just like, y'all really are like my friends. Happy New Year's, brother. What's going on, my boy? Can't wait for you, man. I can't. This year with that Lego Batman is gonna be your year, bro. It's gonna be your year. Angie brings the perfect amount of femininity as well as nerdiness, and keeps the chat moving. So I always appreciate her. An extremely great best friend. Leia has taught me this year that I have to be a little bit more mindful with the times I set these streams. Even though I set this a little bit late, I need to understand that not everybody's based in America, not everybody's based in B, not everybody's based on the east side of America. That I do have people, you know, at Europe and stuff, and like doing a stream right now for them is like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning for them. So I gotta do better with that. But I love my mods, and of course, even though Choco Odysseus says he's gonna be back this weekend, so keep an eye out for his stream. He is technically a mod. Choco, from the inception of this channel, was the first person next to my grandmother who would watch every stream. Appreciate you, brother. That Lego Batman ain't just for me, it's for you too. Yeah, no, but you have, this is the thing. This is the thing, Elite. You have the foundation of being the Batman guy with your Arkham series. So this is just gonna, just make sure you get them clips, my baby boy. Make sure you get them clips, and you're gonna see. I'm an hour behind, bro. Hello, I'm in the past. I figured that because when you said Happy New Year's yesterday, it was like for us it was already like close to like 1 in the morning. Okay, great moments from last year. Like I said, when I was compiling all the clips, I noticed one thing, and I'm gonna explain why this happened. So last year was such a weird year for me in gaming because of how many amazing games came out last year. And it makes me fear when we have a year so jam-packed like that. Because what ended up happening with me was because we had like an E33, we had a Hades, we had all these amazing freaking games coming out that were just like 9s, 10s all over the place. It made okay games not feel as good as they should have felt. And like when I was compiling all the clips, I was like, I dropped a lot of games last year. Like a lot of games. How you doing, Coco baby? Hi. I've just fixed your bed. Why do you do that? I just fixed it. How you doing, little big boy? So yeah, so it was just weird. It was like it didn't hit, and usually like in another year, and nonchalant Coco has appeared. Yeah, shedding like crazy, son, like crazy. Leia. I was just saying how I appreciate and how you taught me that I should be mindful of the times that I set these streams, that I can't just always be doing, you know, night streams, that I have to keep in mind that people like you don't live in the States. So thank you, Leia. Love you so much, my girl. So yeah, it felt like I was just dropping a lot of games, man. And I don't like that because you guys know me. One thing we do in this channel is we run credits. And when I just kept dropping like games and games after all, they just weren't hitting. And they weren't hitting not because they weren't good. They just weren't hitting because like they weren't an E33. You get what I'm saying? They weren't a Hades. They weren't a Donkey Kong Bonanza. Even though I ended up dropping Donkey Kong Bonanza because I just don't like collectathons. And after a while, that game became a collectathon. But it doesn't mean it wasn't good. Get what I'm saying? What was another great moment from last year? Hitting 5K was great. We did it with basically one good hood early release, which, you know, they're hit or miss. More and more people are starting to stream games early, even though they don't do the same kind of thing I do. But I felt like that Little Nightmares was supposed to be good. It was supposed to be good. I should have stick with it, because if I was already gonna get hit with a copyright the next day, I should have just stuck with it. Which it was just a learning experience, but whatever. Why you look so formal today? What's the occasion? I came back from work, girl. This is how I go to work. Y'all trying to see the fit? Y'all trying to see the, what was it that Angie said? The OOTD? Right? That's how it's called, the OOTD? I'll show you. Sunlight. Sunlight. Camera, back to me. Thank you. Something happened? No, nothing's really happened. Listen, that Carhartt vest, not gonna lie, I kind of want one for myself. I get cold. This thing is warm. Not gonna lie, this thing is warm. I also found a way to wear a tank top during the winter, which is just this vest. This thing is warm, son, and there's no wind coming into this thing. Hey, yo, I rate it. Do a 360. Listen, son, why y'all trying to see my booty? Why you trying to see my booty? So yeah, that was just a weird year of gaming. I traveled a lot this year. DR twice and a cruise at the end of the year. And do us a 360. Damn, that get. It was a good year overall. It was a good year. build a new desk. There's a new desk here now. That's why the little arm boom is over here. But yeah, if you're watching the stream, it feels like really delayed. Try setting the playback speed to 2x. It'll catch up, then go to regular speed. Yeah, for some reason my I'm not dropping frames, but my internet is not where it should be. I'm missing like a little bar, but it gets like that sometimes when it's like really cold. So I don't know. You rode a suitcase, huh? It looked funny, brother. Yes, I approve that mods. For members, I know. YouTube still is telling everybody who's monetized to kind of push out the membership, so I have to say it. But I came up with an idea while I was cleaning my room. This year for members, at the end of next year, so from January to December, you guys know every time I do a hood early release, I have to buy a physical game. And you know me, I'm a digital baddie. I like my digital games because I as someone who used to work at GameStop, I hate going to GameStop. But whenever I do a hood early release, I have to do it with physical copies. And I'm not a collector. I don't like clutter. So from here, starting this month all the way to next December, for the person who, not consecutively, but for the person who has at least been a member of the channel from here to the end, I don't do giveaways. I don't. If you're a content creator, you should not be doing a giveaway because you gain 10 and then you lose 7 because people are sore losers. But for the members, I will be next December compiling all the physical games I buy. I'm going to just throw them in a box and I'm just going to mail it to whoever has the most members. You know, so like if you, mind you, like my members, the most expensive one is like $5 and then it's like $2 and $1. So you could just literally do the $1 for 12 months straight and you're just going to get like a handful of games that I no longer play because I don't like collecting them. So just so you guys have like a visual thing, because usually in years they're like way more bigger. Like all of these, I'm just gonna throw in a box and just mail it to you guys, or whoever, you know, does the most. That'll also include like hardware I'm not using, stuff like that I'm not using. So think about it, like $12 now. You know, I might even though I'm not gonna be using it, I might even throw in like the old Switch. Not with, you know, I'll clearly like take off all my information off of it, but things that I'm not using, like for instance, we might do VR stuff this year. So the old VR headset I might just throw into a thing, and then the way that I'm thinking about it to make the rules, if there's one person, let's say, who does 12 months, right? $1, 12 months. Oh, disc, I like disc. So 12 months, right? Like $1. You end up getting like hundreds of dollars worth of games that I'm just not gonna be using. And maybe some like old systems I'm not playing with. I even thought about giving out like my old PS4 that Crystal had gotten me, which is like a it's the Arkham Knight edition PS4, so it's like that silver. Just so I don't have things like cluttered up. If there's a chance where like multiple people have done the most, like let's say 12 months. 12 months is the max, because it's literally a year, right? From here to December. If multiple people does it, the way that I'm gonna do it is the highest tier would get first dibs. First, let's say it's 3 people and I have 9 games. That means each person will get 3 games. Highest tier will get first choice. What do you want? Boom, 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 put it in a box, go to you. Next person, boom, 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 put it in a box, go to you, so on and so forth. If they're both the same tier, then I'll just roll a d20 and see who goes first and just send you guys the games. and like systems that I'm not using. I think I have like 2 switches that nobody be playing with now that we have the Switch 2. Throw them shits in a box and you guys do whatever you want with it. I'm also not gonna be like, oh, because it's coming from me, I'm gonna go ahead and put my signature on. I'm not doing that shit. So it'll be like a good Christmas gift, and it's a way to give back for you guys supporting the channel. Saying that doesn't mean I'm going to now all of a sudden go ahead and be like, oh, now our last tier is gonna be $10. No, I was gonna say the same. From the inception of this channel, I never wanted people to donate. I didn't want people to send me money and stuff like that. But at least with memberships, I can give you something in return. Because like even $5 seems like too much. $5, that's a sandwich, son. Wait, yeah, you would have to give me your address, and no, I will not be leaking nobody. So it's a trust thing, because I would have to literally send it to you guys. There's no way of me like flying over and giving it to you, unless you live somewhere over here. Then I'll just be like, boom, here you go. So that's what's gonna happen with the memberships. I'm also gonna revamp the emojis and everything. I'm going to revamp our intro. So starting this season, there's not gonna be a starting stream scene. This will be the first scene. This right here will be the first scene, and then I'll run like a little 10-second intro, and then we'll get into the gameplay. A hero on my block is 9 cash. Listen, that's still close. That's still close. There was a time where $5 would get you halal food, chicken over rice, with a bev. So, feel me? The thing is, I don't like clutter. All right, I have like y'all see like right here, I have my colognes, and then like, I don't like clutter. And I don't, you know how special a game has to be for me to replay it more than twice? Like, thinking about it, there's only been like 2 games I've ever played more than twice. Ocarina of Time, Skyrim. That's it. Those are the only 2 games I've ever played more than twice. And the other day I came across the Skyrim loading music. I was like, I might want to play some Skyrim again. But I think if I'm gonna archive Elder Scrolls, is gonna be using the gaming PC, so I could put OD mods in it. Oh, clones. I'm a gaming collector, Gary. Let me know, brother, if you just want to sell some games. Nah, I wouldn't sell them. Selling games gives me flashbacks to GameStop, my GameStop days. I'd rather just give them out, honestly. Oh my god, bro, I'm gonna get back into Detroit Become Human. Trust. You didn't finish that? That's crazy. That's crazy. Fun story. My mom went to the actor who's from like Grey's Anatomy to his Broadway play where he was butt naked. Happy New Year's, not y'all. Happy New Year's to you too, Chaotic. I like your name, Chaotic Introvert. Cause like, leave me alone. I'm gonna punch you in your face. I think that's mostly everything I wanted to talk about. That, the memberships, new things that are coming, gaming PC, dual PC streaming setup. Yeah, I think that's mostly it. This is gonna just be like a little stream too. Make sure you guys leave a like, please. We gotta like breathe back some life into the channel after that copyright. Hoodie release will be coming back. I kind of know which games I want to do it on already. I have already like in my mind. Thank you, Elite, for letting me know that digital release for Lego Batman is going to be one of those releases where it's like a couple days early, so that'll just happen on its own. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I've been scripting this in my head for so long, and now I'm drawing a blank. So yeah, everything is copyright gone. Not yet, just a couple more days and it'll be gone. A couple more days. If I wanted to be exact, I'll let you guys know exactly when it will be done. I had said, what, 14 days the last time somebody had asked? I'll let you guys know the exact day. I did see your letter. I gave it a little heart. So sweet. You should actually be journaling. That felt like it was a journal entry. What am I doing? There we go. I'll let you guys know the exact date. Boom, 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 boom. In 6 days. So in 6 days, the copyright will be off. So 6 days it'll be off. It was a letter from the start of 2025, in fact. Damn copyright, man, it happens. This is the cost of doing the hood early releases. It is what it is. It hurt not because I got a copyright. It hurt because Bandai said they weren't gonna copyright me, and then they copyrighted me anyways. That's what bothered me the most about it. Why the hell is my CPU so high? Why is that shit at 5%? This should be nothing right now. I'm not even playing a game. Couldn't find my mouse. I'm also just killing time because I'm trying to make sure I don't forget what I wanted to say before I run the outro. Damn, I haven't used my computer in so long. I'm drawing a blank on even what program to open up. I'm tired, you guys. My work schedule has been the worst. Speaking of, did they send me my schedule? I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow, son. This is also gonna be a year where I'm gonna try to juggle like 3 different jobs at once. Open. Open all the way to Sunday. Don't close, don't close, don't close. Yeah. See, I'm gonna try my hardest to juggle 3 jobs. So, fingers crossed. It was 2022 or 2023. Okay, we were watching 4 years together, gang. I think that's it. I also think me and Dante, King Urameshi, I think we're like literally like a day or 2 away from actually like meeting in person. He already has my address. He was supposed to come over, but then he had like a date, and I'm guessing the date went well because he didn't come over. But we're literally, we're like a week or 2 away from actually meeting in person, and I can't wait for that to happen because he's been a really great friend. Oh, last year I actually got to meet Loom. That's true. I got to meet Loom last year too, like in person. He was doing his big pun thing, and I just so happened to be working around the area, and I'm like, let me get off the route and go meet up with Loom. I was so proud of him, man. He had the whole block out. It was so good. I was so happy to see like a project that he wanted to do just come together. So good. And the next person on me is King Urameshi. I can't wait for that. Yeah, brother, is your fans on? And is your heatsink glued down on your PC motherboard? I haven't done anything yet to the PC, nothing. Everything is still like, once I get all the parts together, once I get everything together, that's when I'll start putting it together. Because the reason why I don't want to even take the plastic off the case is because, like I said, Coco, he's been shedding like crazy, and the second I put these parts in, I'm gonna need to do them like either downstairs or away from my room and then bring it up. So trust me, I've been watching all the PC stuff, plus my uncle moved into the apartment downstairs. He's been building PCs since like the 90s. He's actually excited to build this shit with me. So I was also thinking of probably making into a video where I kind of tell you guys one of the stories of my life. Again, been scripting it. So we'll see. We'll see. This dog right here, man, he's shedding like crazy. Hi, baby. How you doing? You want to go outside for a walk? Oh, yeah. There your ears get popped up, huh? Come on, let's go. Just like your father. Swear to God. I joke. Go back to bed. I was kidding. Speaking of King Urameshi, before we end the stream, for the first time this year, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for being amazing community, weird little village we've built together. Thank you, my mods. I thanked you guys earlier in the thing, but thank you guys so much. Without you guys, like I said, all of this falls apart. You guys keep the chat moving. You guys keep everything just easy. Where's Mew? Mew's on the bed, in the corner. You can't see her because of the chat, but she's in the screen. I'll move the chat over here. It's like right here. She just blends in. She's a blue Sharpay. And thank every single one of you guys. When I decided to switch from like being a Smash Brothers creator to being a variety streamer, content creator, it's hard to do that because at that point people need to rock with you and not rock with the games you play. Because there's a lot of people that just, you know, lily pad off of different games and stuff. And I'm glad I never have to do that. I'm glad that if I want to play a Zelda game, we'll play a Zelda game and y'all chilling with us. And if I want to play the hottest game coming out, you chilling with me. And if I decide to do a hood early release and the chat is going crazy like it does, y'all still with me. So I'm very fortunate, and I thank every single one of you guys. I hope you guys had a great year last year. Hope this year is even better. I'm sorry for those who had to suffer loss. You know, grieve the way you need to grieve, but just don't lose yourself in that grief. Love every single one of you guys. Like always, be the reason why somebody smiles, because you guys have always been, for the past 5 years of me doing this content creating stuff, have been the reason why I smile. I love every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys have a great rest of your week. Make sure if I don't see you for whatever reason, you're just like, you know what, Gary, this is it for me. I'm gonna hop off the boat. I hope you guys have a great life wherever it takes you. And most importantly, before you guys click off on the video, there's not gonna be an ending screen. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of good boy points if you guys can name every game we're going to be doing this year. King Urameshi has been doing a lot of like, I believe they're called AMAs, you know, like them anime stuff that he was really known for, and is when I became a fan of him. And he's been kind of going back to that, and I asked him like, yo, bro, can you do me a favor? Can you make one for me? Like a little fan cam of every game we're going to be doing this year, especially like the ones I want to do. There's going to be some sleepers because, you know, we don't know if The Wolf Among Us is going to come out. But there's gonna be some sleepers. But the games I know for sure I'm gonna be playing on the stream is gonna happen in the next scene before I close off the thing. If y'all can name every game, that'd be dope. If y'all can name every game, then y'all a real one. Consider joining the membership. Like I said, if you do the lowest tier, which is $1, you might just end up getting like a shelf full of PS5 and Switch 2 games. And even my old Switch, like I said, it's like a mod, not modded, but you know what I'm saying? Filled with dog hair to the brim, but I'm not using it no more. I'm not gonna trade it in, so I might as well just give it to somebody doing the membership. I think that's it. All right, so don't click off on the video. I'm gonna let it loop at least 3 times. So tune in. Love every single one of you guys. Y'all have a great night. Bye bye.